Good morning, friends. How are you? I hope all of you are fit and fine. In our previous class, we have discussed about the chapter about the prose, the address written by Marga Minko. This is the second chapter of the snapshot. Let's continue where we have ended in our previous class. I was home for a few days and it struck me immediately that something or other about the rooms had changed. Now here the author founds that something might be missing in that house, something might be changed, because when you are living in a house and a single thing which you have seen is missing, then you can easily catch that yes, this thing was there, but today that thing is not there. In the same way, here also author says that might be something is missing, and what is the thing? She has to think. I missed various things. Now she says that we missed various things. My mother was surprised I should have noticed so quickly. And author's mother name was Mrs. S. And she found that her daughter noticed the things very quickly. Then she told me about Mrs. Darling, and now Mrs. S. told the author about the Mrs. Darling or Mrs. Darling that I had never heard of her, but apparently she was an old acquaintance of my mother. There is a word apparently. Apparently actually means clearly. Apparently means clearly. I had never heard of her. Now the author says that I have never heard about her. About her means about Mrs. Darling. But clearly she was an old acquaintance. Acquaintance actually means the person to whom you are very much familiar. But apparently she was an old acquaintance of my mother whom she hadn't seen for years. She had suddenly turned up and renewed their contact. Since then she had come regularly. She had suddenly turned up and started coming to her house regularly. Every time she leaves here, she takes something home with her, said my mother, that whenever Mrs. Darling comes to author's house, always she takes something with her to her home. She took all the table silver in one go, means in a one visit she had taken a table silver and then the antique plates that hung there. And the antique plate means the old fashioned plate. Antique means the old fashioned, okay. Antique means the old fashioned plates that hung there. In a single visit she had taken the silver spoons. In second visit she had taken the antique plates that were hanging there. She had trouble lugging those large vases, and I am worried she got a crick in her bag from the crockery, and she was worried that how she is carrying all these things because she has a crick. Crick means muscle problem. Crick actually means the muscle problem. She got the crick, she got a muscle problem in her bag from the crockery. Crockery, you know that crockery means the plates, cups, all these things which comes under crockery. My mother shook her head pityingly. I would never have dared to ask her that why you are giving all these things to Mrs. Darling. She suggested it to me herself. She even insisted. She wanted to save all my nice things. If we have to live here, we shall lose everything, she says. Her mother says that why she is giving all these things to Mrs. Darling, because she knows that during the war many things can be damaged or spoiled, and when she will carry all these things to her house, those things might be saved there. Have you agreed with her that she should keep everything I asked? As if that's necessary, my mother cried. Now her mother cried that you are saying that you should ask Mrs. Darling that you will take care of my goods. It should be simply an insult of Mrs. Darling. That's why she didn't ask. So that she didn't say all these things to her. And think about the risk she's running. Now her mother saying that you are saying that ask Mrs. Darling that she will take care of those precious goods which she was taking from her house. But in spite of that, we should be thankful to her because she is in the risk of carrying all these goods, all these precious goods from my place, from my house to her house. We should be thankful that she is doing all these things. Each time she goes out of her door with a full suitcase or bag, and every time whenever she comes to Mrs. L's house, she always carry a bag or suitcase which are full with the precious goods of Mrs. S. My mother seemed to notice that I was not entirely convinced. Then my mother seemed to notice that I was not entirely convinced. She looked at me reprovingly. What does this word reprovingly mean? Reprovingly actually means to scold a person. It reprovingly actually means in a scolding manner, because when she was not convinced by her mother's suggestions, then she looked reprovingly means she looks in a scolding manner towards her, that what she is saying. Reproving means in a scolding manner. Meanwhile, I had arrived at the station without having paid much attention to things on the way. Meanwhile, during all this thing, she had arrived to the station without giving any attention to the things which are in their way. I was walking in familiar places again for the first time since the war. And she was walking in the familiar places before the war. She has seen all these things. But I did not want to go further than was necessary. She thought that she will not go further than the places which are very much important to visit. I didn't want to upset myself with the sight of streets and houses full of memories from a precious time. Actually, she didn't want to see all those things, all the homes, streets, because she knows that the moment she will look all those things which comes in their path, which comes in the streets, then she will start thinking about her earlier period, that these things how are related to her life. In the train back, I saw Mrs. Darling in front of me again as I had the first time I met her. It was the morning after the day my mother had told me about her. I had got up late and coming downstairs, I saw my mother about to see someone out, a woman with a broad back. Now, when she was coming back, then she saw that Mrs. Darling, and she saw the Mrs. Darling in the morning of that day, the day on which she asked about Mrs. Darling. On that day she wake up late and she saw downstairs that someone was standing there, and with the broad back, means the woman with a good physique. There is my daughter, said my mother. Seeing me coming downstairs, my mother told Mrs. Darling, there is my daughter. See, there is my daughter who is coming downstairs. She beckoned to me. Actually, what is what beckoned me? She beckoned me actually means the movement of her hand, showing the sign of calling or stopping means the movement of the hand. Okay. Beckon means the movement of our hand. When we move our hand, sometimes we say don't come, then we say come. Means this type of movement is known as beckon. Her mother beckoned. Her mother showed her hand and said, yes, she is my daughter who is coming downstairs. The woman nodded. The woman moved her hand. Yes, nodded means moving her hand in the sign of approval and picked up the suitcase under the coat rack. She wore a brown coat, and this is a picturization of the Mrs. Dolly. She was wearing a black. She was wearing a brown coat. Actually, she was wearing a brown coat and a shapeless hat, and she was wearing a shapeless hat. Does she live far away? Then author asked her mother, Mrs. says that, does she live far away from her house? I asked, seeing the difficulty she had going out of the house with the heavy case, because she seen that she had carrying all the things of her house in a heavy suitcase. That's why she thought that she might be living far away. That's why she had filled all these things in a heavy suitcase. Then author mother had given the answer that she lives in Marconi Street and the number is 46. Marconi Street, number 46. And Mrs. S says to her daughter that remember this address because she lives there. She means Mrs. Dolly lives there. I had remembered it, but I had waited a long time to go there. She had remembered this address in his mind, Marconi Street number 46, but he had not gone for many years. Initially, after the liberation, I was absolutely not interested in all that stored stuff, and naturally, I was also rather afraid of it. Stored stuff is actually the things which are kept in our mind with the future use. Okay, stored stuff, the things which have kept our mind stored in our mind for the future use. Initially, after the liberation, I was absolutely not interested in all that stored stuff. I was not interested in all those things, and naturally, I was also rather afraid, and I am afraid of all these things. Afraid of being confronted. What is what confronted means? Confronted means to think something which is unpleasant, to think about something which is unpleasant. Afraid of being confronted with things that had belonged to a connection that no longer existed. Because she doesn't want to have any connection with all those things which were hidden away in cupboards and boxes, waiting in vain until they were put back in their place again, which had endured all those years because they were things. Now she said that all those things, all the precious things which are kept in that cupboard, in that boxes, are now of no use because they have not given a proper place, not exact place of their use. But gradually everything became more normal again. But now everything had become normal again. Bread was getting to be a lighter color. There was a bed you could sleep in unthreatened, a room with a view you were more used to glancing each day. Glancing means to look something very quickly. Glancing is to look something very quickly and to look something very quickly and keep on moving. Okay. But gradually everything became now after the war she found that now everything had become very normal. Now everyone can take their sleep in a silent manner, in a silence because there is no war. A room with a view you were more used to glances and you are free to look all those things. Glances means to look something very quickly, to look all those things very quickly which are of now of no use. And one day I noticed I was curious about all possessions that must still be at that address. And one day I noticed I was curious about all the possessions that must still be at that address. Means he was very much fond, she was very much curious to know the things which are at that address. And that address was Marconi Street number 46. I wanted to see them, touch and remember. Actually, she was so much in contact with all those things. She wanted to see all those things, touch all those things, and remember their previous memories. After my first visit in vain to Mrs. Darling's house, I decided to try a second time. Now a girl of about 15 opened the door to me. I asked her if her mother was at home. When she had done her first visit to Mrs. Darling's house, then she was not permitted to enter the house. And but here author again decided to have a second visit to Mrs. Darling's house, and when she again went to the Mrs. Darling's house, she found that Mrs. Darling was not there, but her daughter, who was 15-year-old, had opened the door. Then author asked to her daughter whether your mother is at your home or not. Then she replied that no. She said, my mother doing an errand. What this word errand means? Errand actually means a short journey to take something for somebody. So, errand actually means a short journey to take something for somebody. Suppose in our house also, whenever we go to take vegetables or any other things for mother, then it is known as an errand because a short journey when we take something for somebody. Okay, it is known as errand. She told to the author that she was doing an errand. My mother's doing an errand. No matter, I said, I will wait for her. And she said that no matter, I will wait for her. I followed the girl along the passage. And then where the girl was going, she also started following that same passage. An old-fashioned iron Hanukkah. What is Hanukkah? This word meaning is given at the bottom of the page. It is actually a feast of light, a Hebrew festival in December. This is a festival of light. An old-fashioned iron Hanukkah candle holder hung next to a mirror. This was a candle holder who was hanging next to a mirror. We never use it and she never used it because it was much cumbersome. For this one is cumbersome. Cumbersome is which is very heavy and difficult to carry. They were not using this candle holder which was hanging near a mirror because that was very heavy to carry. Cumbersome than a single candlestick, and that is so heavy. It is better to have a single candlestick. Won't you sit down? Now asked the girl. Then and the girl asked the author, and the girl asked the author won't you want to sit down? She held open the door of the living room. Now the 15-year daughter of Mrs. Darling opened the door of the living room, and I went inside past her. And then they went inside and they gone inside past her. I stopped horrified. I stopped horrified. I was in a room I knew and did not know. She said that she entered the living room of Mr. Darling, but the things which are kept there, those things are very much familiar, and the room is unknown. I found myself in the midst of the things I did want to see again, but which oppressed me in the strange atmosphere. Actually, she wants to see all these things only. She wants to touch all these things only, but these things are kept in a strange atmosphere, in a different atmosphere, or because of the tasteless way everything was arranged. Or what is the reality? Why you don't want to touch all or see all these things? Actually, they are not well arranged. Actually, they are not kept in a proper manner. Actually, they are not kept in a proper place. Because of the ugly furniture or the muggy smell, humid smell, muggy means humid smell, because of the ugly furniture, muggy smell that hung there. I don't know, but I scarcely dared to look around me. The girl moved a chair. I sat down and stared at the woolen tablecloth. The girl had given her a chair. She sat down there and started looking towards the woolen tablecloth. I rubbed it. My fingers grew warm from rubbing because it is a woolen tablecloth. Whenever we rub our hand to a woolen cloth or woolen jacket, our hand become warmer. She was doing all this thing in order to know that this woolen cloth is very much familiar to her. I rubbed it. My fingers grew warm from rubbing. I followed the lines of the pattern. Somewhere on the edge there should be a burn mark that had never been repaired. And then she found that this tablecloth has a burn mark because this tablecloth is of Mrs. S. And she found that this tablecloth has a burn mark at the corner. And her mother had not repaired. And she wanted to see that burn mark because she knew that this tablecloth belongs to her only. My mother will be back soon, said the girl. I have already made tea for her. Will you have a cup? Will you have a cup? Now the 15-year daughter, Mr. Dolly, said that I have made a cup of tea for my mother. Will you also want a cup of tea? Then author said that thank you. I looked up. The girl put cups ready on the tea table. She had a broad back. Broad back means she is like her mother only. Her mother also had the broad back, good physique. In the same way, her daughter is also like that only, just like her mother. She poured the tea from a white pot. She poured the tea from a white pot. All it had was a gold border on the lid. I remember she opened a box and took some spoons out. And she remembered that she had opened a box which had a silver spoons. That's a nice box. Now she replied that yes, that box is a nice box. I heard my own voice. It was a strange voice, as though each sound was different in this room. And she found that each voice, the sounds of the voice, the sound, the voice of the spoons, the forks, everything is familiar. In spite of that, all these things are looking different. Oh, you know about them. Now the 15-year daughter of Mrs. Rowling said that you know about them.